Did you know that there are Simpsons episodes so controversial, Fox has quietly tried to bury them? We're talking about episodes pulled off the air after world tragedies, storylines erased from streaming, and scandals so intense that even governments demanded they be banned. The Simpsons may be the longest running animated series of all time, but not every episode has survived history. Today we're uncovering the episodes Fox doesn't want you to see, and the shocking reasons why they vanished. Let's begin with the most infamous case, Stark Raving Dad. In this season 3 episode, Homer is sent to a mental institution where he meets a man claiming to be Michael Jackson. And here's the twist, the voice was actually provided by Jackson himself, though uncredited. Fans loved it at first. It was funny, heartfelt, and even gave us the classic song, Lisa, It's Your Birthday. But years later, when allegations against Jackson resurfaced, Fox made a drastic decision. They erased the episode entirely. It disappeared from reruns, it was removed from Disney Plus, and even later DVD box sets skipped it like it never existed. Executive producer Al Jean even admitted he believed Jackson used the episode as a tool of manipulation, making the controversy even darker. Quick trivia. Most people don't realize Michael Jackson actually wrote the birthday song, but because of legal issues, it's now credited to his co-writer. And just like that, what was once a fan favorite became one of the most forbidden Simpsons episodes in history. But here's something to think about. Did you ever watch this episode growing up before it was banned? If you did, you're part of a rare group of Simpsons fans who saw it before Fox erased it forever. But that wasn't the only time Fox erased an episode. In fact, the next one was pulled not because of one person, but because of a world event that changed history forever. Take The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson from Season 9. This episode was beloved. Homer travels to New York to retrieve his car, which has been booted at the World Trade Center. But after September 11, 2001, everything changed. The Twin Towers were heavily featured throughout the episode, and suddenly, jokes that once felt silly became painful reminders of tragedy. Fox immediately pulled the episode from syndication. For years, it simply vanished from TV. Quick trivia. Even when the episode returned years later, some DVD releases carried a special disclaimer acknowledging its sensitive content, something incredibly rare for a Simpsons episode. And even today, some networks still refuse to air it, proving how sensitive it remains more than 2 decades later. But that raises a question. If you've seen this episode on Disney Plus, did you notice the towers are still there? Many fans were shocked to find out nothing was digitally changed, making this one of the eeriest Simpsons time capsules that still exists. In Season 13, Blame It on Lisa sparked an international controversy. The plot sees the Simpsons travel to Brazil after Lisa loses contact with a child she sponsors. But instead of a wholesome trip, the country is portrayed as corrupt, crime-filled, and full of kidnappings. Not to mention wild monkeys running through the streets. Brazilian officials were furious. The tourism board accused the episode of damaging the country's reputation and even threatened to sue Fox. Quick trivia. The backlash was so intense that Fox had to release an official statement clarifying the episode was satire, but it didn't calm things down. As a result, reruns of the episode were shelved in Brazil and it became one of the show's most infamous international incidents. But censorship didn't just happen overseas. Even some of The Simpsons' most beloved classics weren't safe from edits. Season 5's Cape Feare is considered one of the greatest Simpsons episodes ever made. It features Sideshow Bob relentlessly stalking the family in a parody of the thriller Cape Feare. Here's the catch. It was also one of the most heavily censored episodes worldwide. The endless rake scene, Bob's obsession with killing Bart, and its overall violent tone led networks in the UK and Europe to cut entire segments. Quick trivia. The rake gag was originally planned as just one joke, but the writers thought dragging it out would be funnier, so they extended it to 9 rakes in a row, making it one of the longest running gags in Simpsons history. So while American fans finally remember it as a comedy classic, international audiences were left with a watered down version, missing much of what made it iconic. Enter Homer vs. Dignity. In this episode, Mr. Burns pays Homer to perform humiliating stunts for his amusement. And while that's already uncomfortable, one gag in particular, Homer being forced into a panda costume for Burns' twisted entertainment, crossed the line for many fans. The backlash was immediate. Critics slammed the episode, fans called it one of the worst ever, and Fox quietly reduced its reruns. Even today, many Simpsons fans rank Homer vs. Dignity as one of the show's most hated episodes. And here's the thing, do you think this episode is truly offensive, or is it just awkward humor that aged badly? Let me know what side you're on, because fans are still divided even today. Here are a few more you may not have heard about. Marge vs. Itchy and Scratchy. The episode mocked TV censorship, but ironically, it was censored itself in some regions for violent cartoon gags. The Cartridge Family. A satire of American gun culture that was pulled after real-life shootings and remains one of the hardest episodes to find in reruns. The Simpsons Guy crossover with Family Guy. Several jokes were cut by Fox before it even aired, showing that even in 2014, executives still worried about going too far. And to this day, Disney Plus has quietly restricted or edited certain episodes depending on your country. What you can watch in the US might be completely missing overseas. So whether it's scandals, tragedies, or censorship, one thing is clear. Not every Simpsons episode has survived. From Michael Jackson to 9/11 to international scandals, The Simpsons has a long history of episodes that Fox tried to erase. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these controversial episodes shocked you the most? Did you ever catch one of them on TV before it disappeared? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe because on Friday we're diving into one of The Simpsons' biggest unsolved mysteries. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.